What's up guys, Trau here, and today I have two different teams for you for the Fey Meander. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, so let me know down below in the comment section. But this content is really hard, like the Fey Meander is brutal. But don't worry, I have two different teams, and then I have a lot of substitutions for the heroes that I am using, so I'm pretty sure you will be able to do this content after this video. And the main point is to show you the strategy, not the heroes, but the strategy, like how to beat certain stages and stuff like that. So let's go right into it.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
Alright guys, welcome to the Fey Meander. I'm currently in stage 246, as you can see right here. And here's my first team that I'm using. I'm calling this the range DPS team, because I'm trying to put everybody as far as back as possible, especially my 2 DPS. For that I'm using Zadok and Premsta. And then I have a tank, I have a healer, and I have a lot of crowd control hero. For the crowd control I have Iola. For my healer I have Thorin. And then my tank is Ripikas. But don't worry, I will show you later on a lot of these substitutions for these dungeons. The main point of this team is to do a lot of damage from a far distance, you know, from a safety. And if there are some heroes, not in this team, but there are some stages when the heroes can actually jump, you know, to your DPS. That's why I'm using Thorin, because he can use invisibility, right? So if someone jumps on my DPS to the backline, the Thorin can put invisibility, which means the hero, if they jump to the backline like Iola right now here, if he puts invisibility, this hero from here has to go all the way back to my tank, right? Because Ripikas, he's the only one that he will not be invisible. The Thorin will put invisibility to everybody, except for the hero that he marks at the start of the battle. And he always marks the hero in front of him. So he's my healer and also my tank booster, right? Because he gives him, how much is it? 20% of his max HP and defense. So that's why Thorin is amazing for this type of dungeon, or for this content. And then if you have Ripikas, in my opinion, that's the best tank for Fey Meander, because he does so much stuff for you. I will show you some substitutions later on, don't worry. But Ripikas is awesome. He does 3 attacks on his ultimate, and then he can put random debuffs. If you scroll him, it's 100%. If you don't, it's on 85%. And he can put 3 random debuffs from this pool. Attack penalty 2, recharging speed, healing prohibition, accuracy penalty 2, or buff prohibition. And also, he has 35% when scrolled to 50%, reducing the ultimate energy by 20%. So this tank can do a lot of stuff for you. Like, he is insanely good. And also, on his passive, the hero gains healing equal to 50% of the healing enemies receive. And this effect can only trigger once every 1 second. So he can heal. So if there is a lot of healers on an enemy team, he can actually heal as well, which this team has. She is a Gillian, and she can do a lot of healing and defense up. So when she does the healing, he will heal as well. So he will be tanky as hell. There is another champion, the Kalado. He also does healing, which means my Ripikas will heal as well. Really nice. For my crowd control, I really like Iola, because on the ultimate, she can summon a lighting 3 times, and she can put down silence for 5 seconds, and attack penalty 2 for 10 seconds. If you scroll her, it's at 100%. Amazing. And then the silence, she also has this passive. When attacking enemies under silence, there is a 40% chance changing silence into stun. So she can do silence or stun, she can do silence, right? Then attack penalty 2, and then she can transform the silence into stun. This champion is awesome for this. And also on the battle skill, and there's not a silence, but it's only a single target, but that can help a lot as well. Then for my range DPS, as I told you, I'm using Zadok, and then I'm using Premsta. Zadok, because he has a 3 tiles wide area damage for the whole map, but it's only 3 tiles wide. But that's fine, because if you put him like this, he will hit Kalado, Talin, and then Gillian as well. If you put him in the corner, he will only hit 2 heroes. If you put him like this, he will hit 3 heroes, right? But for this stage, I might put him here. It should be fine. Then Premsta, my main DPS, I put her in the second, on the opposite corner, because I don't want them group, because they are kind of nasty damage dealers, right? With area damage. So Velby can do area damage. Talin can do area damage on his ultimate. So always, if you struggle on any kind of stage, always check the enemy heroes, right? It's kind of like in arena. You have to check the enemy, what he does. If you don't know them, definitely check them, you know? Check their abilities. Because I was stuck on this stage for 3 rounds. And then I was like, okay, my DPS is dying. because I had my Zadok in here in the left corner, and then I have Iola here as well next to him. So I changed this. I should be able to do it because I did like one run before it looked like I'm able to do it. So I'll pause it because I want to show you this. Because there's one thing that I really like, really hate about the Fey Meander, is that you cannot go back. I don't know if you can go back once you like finish the whole 300 stages, but I really don't like that you cannot go back or like repeat the battles. Like not for rewards, but like test your speed runs, stuff like that maybe. So that would be really nice if they implement it next time, like to do reruns, right, on the Fey Meander, because then I will be able to show you like if you stuck on certain stages, then I will be able to show you like how to beat them, right? So there was one thing that was really bad about this stage, because when I put Aeola here, Tolin was hitting them and Welby as well, because they focus the heroes, the most heroes they can hit, they will focus the area. So I changed and I put Aeola here, and then there is the bird, Dark Flame Phoenix from the Summoners. So I will have 4 different units in here, which means the enemy will focusing my tank, my healer, who is built tanky as well, and then my debuffer. And she is a little bit tanky as well. You will see she has what? 55k HP and then almost 1600 defense. So she can survive a couple hits. So let me show you, no food buff, nothing, but always if you struggle with any type of stage, definitely use some food buff. I really like this one. This one that gives you 8% attack and 8% max HP. But there are different ones, you know, there's 13% max HP, 13% max HP, 13% max attack, or maybe 10% attack, 5% HP, stuff like that. So definitely use these food buffs if you struggle. So enough talking, and let's go to the run. So let me start it. I will put it to 3x. Maybe later on I will slow it down a little bit. So as you see, everybody's hitting Repercus. He's also built with a gear set that boosts his ultimate energy, right? Every time he's hit, he will boost his ultimate. So as you see, he put a lot of debuffs on everybody, right? And then Iola does the stunning and silencing, stuff like that. Another hit on Repercus. Then Iola again. As you see, they are not even able to cast too much. And then as you see, they are focusing by 4 units in front, which means my DPS is safe, right? So if you struggle like this, what you can do is like make a group of heroes that you want to be hit next to each other, and then put your DPS through, you know, far away from them. And you can even build them more with DPS, you know, like less survivability and full on damage. As you see, this stage easy now. Like I was struggling on this one, and now I just changed the positioning, play with it a little bit, and now I'm able to do it, right? So that's all this content is about, like the strategy. If you feel like you cannot do the stage or something, definitely try to play with it a little bit, you know, like change the positioning, maybe scout the heroes a little bit more, then maybe build a little bit more survivability, stuff like that. You'll be surprised how far you can actually get. Let's go to another stage. I'll show you my different team, but let me first see what they have. So they have Garius, a lot of healing. Hulberg, I have no idea what he does, so let me just scout it a little bit. I see some AoE damage, okay. Catherine, that's an amazing hero, debuff immunity, healing. She's incredible, I'm using her a lot as well. Dueling, I have no idea what he does. Okay, I see some ally protection, defense up, recovery. Okay, and then there is one more hero, Nessa, or Nessie? Nessa, I think, Nisa, I have no idea. I suck with pronouncing names, guys, I'm sorry. Like, I'm probably butchering half of these. But that's fine, I see some attack penalty, a lot of single target damage. So maybe I will keep this team. But for this video, or like for the content, I will show you the second team that I'm using. So this is my range DPS, safe range DPS, where I'm using, you know, 2 range DPS, healer, crowd control hero, and then the tank. And for my secondary team, so this one, the Fey one, as you see here, is a little bit different. So what I'm doing here is I have a debuffer, then I have my single target damage plus a buffer in Alton, that's Alton, and then I have an assassin. So Hegio is perfect for this. So he will do a lot of jumping to get to enemy backline. So if you struggle on some of the stages and you cannot get like over the tank or stuff like that, definitely use some of these heroes that can jump to the backline, right? Because then you can kill the enemy backline, either the healers, their buffers, or maybe some of their DPS, and then you can slowly, you know, kill the tank at the end. So let me try this team for now, and then this team also using 2 tanks. I'm using Evrian together with Eripicus, and I kind of gave up on healing. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to kill the enemy team as fast as possible. Like, pretty much... Okay, there is some survivability, but no healing. So what this team does is like they're trying to kill them as fast as possible, So it will probably not work against this team, but I can try it. Why not? Let's give it a try. Maybe I should put Hegio to the left side, because now he will be attacking Garius. As you see, he does the jump. Then the Ripper casts ultimate. Then Iola ultimate. Now Arion puts the damage reduction and ally protection. Then Alton is amazing because he does a lot of rally boosting for Hegio. Yeah, this team doesn't work for this stage. I knew it. I just wanted to show you like the different type of teams, right? So let's go back to the previous team. Every stage is different. That's why sometimes if you put it to auto, you will get stuck on certain stages because then you need to change a little bit. Especially if you're like free to play or a low spender, right? If you're like Kraken in this game, you will get probably over every stage with one team and you will be fine. But that's not the target audience, right? For this kind of video. So let's go to this team again. Maybe I can put her to the back line. He summons one additional. Let's try to put her in the back line. Maybe I will be fine. Maybe it will not hit everybody. We will see. And I will definitely use the attack buff. Okay. Let's give it another try with this team now. Maybe what I could do is I put Zadok next to Iola and I will be fine. But we will see. So this is what I'm doing a lot of time here. It's like playing with these stages, like if you get stuck, change the spacing or the positioning, maybe sub some heroes. There are some stages when there is a lot of healing. I will show you there are a couple of good heroes that can do a lot of healing prohibition stuff as well on the tanks, right? Like tanks are very important, but definitely recommend if you have Rippercast, definitely scroll him for this content. He is one of the best tanks here. Like he is insanely good. I really love this epic, this legendary hero. Yeah, I knew this team would be better for this. Okay, that's right. That's right. So that's why I'm using 2 or 3 different teams because every stage is a little bit different. Sometimes you need like save damage, from range. Sometimes you need to assassinate some targets. So you need to do a lot of scouting. Which is why I hate that I cannot go back to any kind of stage. Because then you could like, comment it down below like, hey Triumph, I'm stuck at stage, I don't know, 200. Can you show me how to beat it? Then I will be able to do it. But right now, that's kind of impossible for me. Or maybe there is a way how I can do it. So if you know, let me know down below. Because I would appreciate it a lot. So what do we have here? We have Quarion, amazing rare hero. Wow, this hero is insanely good. He does the defense up, in 3x3 area. It's for rare hero to doing defense up too. That's amazing. They have Dane. Okay, there is a damage reduction, stunning, but single target stun. Will be insane rare damage dealer. Mitrasa, doesn't she do like resurrection, stuff like that? Okay, she does. So anytime I see like these heroes that can do like resurrections or a lot of healing or some other bullshit like this, I'm always putting Zadok like the opposite to them. So then he can do his AoE on his ultimate and kill them. So let me put him like this, so this way he will hit all 3 of these heroes. And maybe again I will put Iola or Iola? I think it's Iola. Okay, it's Iola. I'll put her like this because then Welby and Talion might be focusing her and leave my Zadok alone. So let's go. Let's try it again. What is this? 270... Oh, not 270, I wish. 247, 248 stage, I believe. Something like that. Let's see if it works. And after this, I will show you the substitutions for the heroes. So I understand you don't have all of these heroes. You will definitely have Thorin. Probably have Iola and Zadok. But then I will show you different heroes, like for the Rippercast substitutions, maybe for Bremstar, stuff like that. But what is nice here, Frost heroes would be amazing. So if you have like Vita or stuff like that, she would be amazing for this dungeon. Yeah, we are so close. We are so close to killing them. Damn. Okay, I will use food buff. I'm sorry, I will use food buff. I want to beat this stage and then I will show you the substitutions. Let's go to challenge again. No. Damn it. What am I doing? No, come back. I will use the food buff. I will use my favorite food buff, the 8 and 8. 8 HP and 8 attack percentage. Okay. And then I will give it one more try. Let's do it. I'm thinking. I don't know if the positioning is... No, Repercus is hitting Mitrasia or whatever her name is. Because I hate her. She does the recovery, resurrections, a lot of nasty stuff. So hopefully this food buff is what I needed. There's also some RNG, because Iola can, not always put the stun. Sometimes she only does the silence. So always try, like 2 or 3 times, because there are a lot of stages there where you can, rely on the RNG. There's one more thing to keep in mind. Okay, it looks like with the food buff, I should be able to do it now. Come on, Premsta, kill her. Kill her before she resurrects everybody. Damn, I think she did. She did resurrect them. Damn it. Okay. Can we do it? Iola, please. If you cast, then you can die. Yeah, we good. Now we did it. Perfect. So it wasn't the positioning, I was missing some stats. So I compensated with food buff. Like, my gear is not like insane, like not everybody has legendary pieces, stuff like that. So the food buff can be a different changer, right? It can be the difference between success and failure. So let's go to the next stage, and then I will show you the substitutions. I will start with the tank. So Repercus, definitely amazing hero. One of the best tanks for this. Then another really good hero that you all should have is Aurian. He does the ally protection, damage reduction, defense up 1. You kind of giving up on a lot of debuffs, so you kind of relying a lot on Iola. But then you have a lot of survivability, a lot of damage mitigations in the form of Aurian. So definitely Aurian, another really good tank. Then you can use, what is it? Tavler. Tavler, actually very underrated tank for this. Because on his ultimate, he does accuracy penalty 2, attack penalty 2 as well. And on her passive, that's very important, on her passive, he plants a mushroom near enemies, and the mushroom has 100% chance of inflicting taunt for 5 seconds. Very nice day. And when the mushroom dies, it deals some damage, derivative poison damage, so it scales with enlightenment. And it has 100% chance on inflicting stun for 3 seconds, and then 100% chance on inflicting healing reduction for 10 seconds. So he is very good when it comes to like crowd control. There is a lot of taunting, stunning, healing reduction, stuff like that. But you have to build him a little bit more tanky. Repercus has the advantage because when enemy team heals, he heals as well. But if you build your Tavler decently tanky, it can be the game difference, Especially if you're using Thorin as your healer, because he can boost your tank, right? Another good hero, if enemy team has a lot of debuffs, is Acelia. Because on her ultimate, she dispels all debuffs from all allies, then grants them defense immunity for 10 seconds, and then she heals. And it scales with target max HP plus 400% enlightenment. So she can be like your secondary healer, right? And cleanser. So she is incredibly good, especially if you're using, a lot of, melee champions, because she also has a healing on her battle skill, but it's only around her, in this star shape, like 2x2 squares, kinda. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So another really good tank. Then if you go to epics, there are a couple good epics tanks. I just need to find them. Horus. Horus is like a mini Aurian. What he can do is he can taunt, enemies in 3x3 square. Then he puts 30% damage reduction for 5 seconds and hit recovery for 5 seconds. So he has a lot of survivability plus the taunt, very nice. If someone jumps like in here and he's close, right? In 3x3, he might be able to taunt them, so he will force the enemy to attack him. So he can help you as well. Then another very good tank is Flurbat. Because on his ultimate, what he can do is attack penalty 2 for 10 seconds. And then on his battle skill, he generates a healing nexus around him. So if you're using a lot of melee teams or melee heroes, he can actually be your debuffer, tank, and also your healer at the same time. And he also cleanse, right? When dealing damage to enemies under debuff, the hero has 3% chance of healing the ally with the lowest current HP and dispelling 1 debuffs from them. So he can be your little small cleanser as well. Another very good tank, in my opinion, one of the best tanks, especially if you have the artifact for him, is Garius. Garius is insane. He's insane because he can dispel all debuffs from him and then heal all allies, and the heal is based on defense. So you can build him crazy tanky and then put the defense on. And there is also an artifact. I think it's called Gatekeeper Staff, I believe. And then artifact, what it does is your surplus heal will become a shield. So when he does his ultimate, he will heal you a lot. He has one like interval of healing, so it's one single heal on everybody. But it does a lot of healing. So the excess of your heal can become a shield. So he can help you a lot with the survivability. You're giving up a lot of debuffs on him if you're using him, because he doesn't have that much debuff. You only have a knock up on single target on his battle skill. Then he grants a hit recovery to him for 5 seconds. And on his passive, he has defense up, scaling. So he's amazing when it comes to survivability and healing. But you're giving up a lot of debuffs. So those are the tanks that I would recommend to use. And then for the debuffers, I mean, definitely use Thorin. If you want to use any kind of healing, use Thorin, because he is amazing, especially with his invisibility. As I told you, sometimes, like you see here, there is a Hegio, and Hegio will jump to my backline. So what he can do is he can put down invisibility, and then Hegio has to walk all the way back to attack my tank until he has recharged his ultimate. So that's why Thorin is amazing. Plus he can boost your tank. So let's go to debuffers. So I'm using Iola because she's insane. But another good hero that you can use is right over here, and it's called Goom. I believe I pronounced it correctly, right? Goom or Gum? I have no idea. Maybe Gum. I played with him a little bit, but I didn't scroll him. But I really like his ultimate. He launches 3 attacks, dealing some radiant damage to enemies, and it's in this star-up shape. And then he has 3% chance of inflicting stun for 5 seconds. Unfortunately, when you scroll it, the chance doesn't get any better. But it's 3 attacks, right? So that's a decent chance to put stun. And then on his battle skill, he has this 3x3 square area of damage. And he does, if you scroll him, 100%. If you don't, it's 75% chance of inflicting blind and attack penalty 1 for 5 seconds. I know it's only attack penalty 1, but it's better than nothing, right? But the blind is amazing because it prevents basic attacks hitting their targets. So if you have a lot of like basic attacking heroes against you, like Dauntless, he can be very nice, like counter. And then also when inflicting debuff on an enemy, there is a 30% chance of dispelling 1 debuff from random ally. He can help you. He can help you a lot when it comes to crowd control heroes. Another good hero is... Wow. I need to look him. Where is he? Oh, here. Zharlot. Guys, this is too hard for me. Come on. So this little demon. And he is amazing because on his ultimate, he has this sub-shape area of damage where he summons a prison at the designated location for 5 seconds. And then there is within the range, every 1 second of the duration of the prison, there is a 35% chance of inflicting fear on enemies for 5 seconds. And then he also heals all allies by 30% attack. And this is amazing because you can boot him with a lot of damage, with a lot of attack. So you can do a little bit of damage and then the healing will scale on his attack, right? So that can help you a lot. And each enemy hit by this skill increases the healing by 15%. So the more enemy you hit, the bigger the heal. So he can help you a lot as well. On his battle skill, what he does is this 3x3 square area of damage. And he inflicts 75%, if you scroll it, 100% chance, recharging speed penalty for 5 seconds. So it reduces recharging speed by 30%. So he will do a lot of ultimate pushback kinda. Or like slow down the enemy heroes and then silence them, fear them. Not silence them, fear them. No, he can do silence. I was correct. So every 4 basic attacks on his passive, heals the ally with the lowest current HP by 300% attack. Again, scale with attack. And then there is a 100% chance of inflicting silence on the enemy for 5 seconds. It's only single target, but it can help you. If this lands on someone very important, it can help you a lot. So another very nice crowd control hero. Then, if you go to legendary heroes, this guy can be amazing as well. Huldrok. Because he can do some damage, decent amount of damage, and also on his ultimate, he deals damage in this 3 tiles wide area. It covers the whole arena in one direction, right? It's like a Zadok. And what he does is he does a fire damage to enemies within range with 100% chance of displaying 2 buffs on them and 100% chance of inflicting accuracy penalty 2 for 10 seconds. Then he reduces the target ultimate energy by 50% when dealing damage to enemies within 3 tiles of the hero. So if you bring him closer, you know, if you put him like here maybe, or maybe yeah, maybe if I do something like this, you know, or maybe if I put him over here, maybe something like this, because then they will group in here. If they are not range heroes, if they are like melee heroes, they will group up here, and then he will hit everybody. So let me just put them back. So he can push down the enemy energy, right? By 50% when doing damage to them within 3 tiles of the hero. And then he has 100% chance of inflicting stun for 5 seconds. So there is a lot of crowd control. Energy, you know, down, then stun, accuracy penalty. Cool hero, very cool hero. Also, on his battle skill, what he does is this 3x3 square area damage again. And he has 100% chance of inflicting blind for 5 seconds. And 100% chance of inflicting attack penalty 2 for 5 seconds. And that's not all. He also reduces the target ultimate energy by 10% when dealing damage to enemies within 3 tiles of the hero. So when he close, he does a lot of ultimate control. Sorry guys, a lot of talking, and I'm really excited. Then there is one more hero that I would like to mention, and he is epic, I believe, and he can do stunning as well. So let me go here, I think. Stun. Yeah, this is solid hero as well. Theodore. He does the 3x3 square. He can do 75% if you scroll it, 100% chance on inflicting stun for 5 seconds, and then 75% or 50% chance on inflicting attack penalty 2 for 10 seconds. He's a poisoner, so that's good. Poison damage, very nice if you can build it. Also on his battle skill, shoots 2 arrows at the enemy, dealing some attack percentage damage for poison damage. With 75% scroll to 100% chance on inflicting recharging speed penalty for 5 seconds. Again, it's only single target, but it can help if it lands on someone very important. And where is the... I think this is him. Gardus, yes. I haven't done too much playing with him, but he surprised me. He's kinda like Huldrock, kinda similar. He has the similar damage, also similar type of area damage as Zadok or Huldrock. So he shoots a magic crossbow bolt in a designated direction, as you see here. He dealing some cold damage, and then he has 100% chance of everything knock up and knock back. Alright, so he will knock everybody back. Enemies to the furthest point possible. Then there is 100% chance of inflicting stun for 3 seconds. And 100% chance of inflicting recharging speed penalty for 5 seconds. So he not only pushes them back, he stuns them, and then he puts recharging speed penalty on them. This guy is amazing. Like, I want to build him more. I want to do a lot of testing on him, because he sounds incredibly good. I only play with him a little bit in some testing area, and he is very solid. Also on his battle skill, he does single target damage, core damage, and has 75% book to 90%, no 100%, sorry, book to or scroll to 100% chance on inflicting attack penalty 2. So if it lands on someone who does a lot of damage on DPS, like this guy, Telodor, it can help you a lot, you know, it can reduce his damage. So definitely very nice hero. And he can be immune. The hero has 25% chance to immunize the inflicted debuff, and each time the hero gets immune, recharges ultimate energy by 25%. So he can get, you know, his ultimate faster back if he resisted the debuff, if I read it correctly. So those are the debuffers that I would like to mention. There are a couple more, definitely there are way more. Those are only the ones that, you know, from the pool that I own. I didn't mention too many rare heroes. I was focusing more on epics and some legendary heroes. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's, you know, the DPS is up to you. I would really recommend to use some range DPS, so like Summoners, very nice, or Frost heroes. So I don't have that many Frost heroes, or like good Frost heroes. I only have, when it comes to Ice, yeah, let's do Permafrost, whatever. So as you see, I have Threads. He is not that bad, but he's not incredibly good, in my opinion at least. Maybe, let me know guys, if you've done some testing on him, and if there's any kind of build that you're like very surprised, like, oh my god, this hero can do so much. Like, I haven't found like incredibly good build for him or area of the game where I will be using him that much. I have one video for you where I'm using him, and he's decent there, but it's not because of him, it's because of the core team, you know. No, so he's more like secondary DPS kinda. But there are some nice heroes, like Rava can be very nice. So if you can have Rava and maybe Vidimir, because Frost is very nice because they do this, you know, debuff Frozen, reduce the attack speed by 50% and recharging speed by 20%. So if you can inflict frozen on the enemy, you can slow them down. So definitely use frost heroes in this area of the game. So if you have Vitar, definitely use her here. Like, she will be insanely good here. Like, I'm sorry that I don't have that many frost heroes, but they sound incredibly good in here. But yeah, I'm using this my two best DPS heroes that I've been using since like day 2 or day 3 pretty much. And yeah, that's the team. So try it without the food buff. I'm not 100% sure. I'm like 70% sure we can do it. Even more. Maybe even like 50-50. It depends on Hedgeo. Like if he jumps on me or not. Because he is insane. He can do some incredible damage. Yeah, we good. No, this is good. This is fine. Definitely try to use like the auto rounds, and then you will see. Maybe you can do like 3-4 stages, then you get stuck. You need to do some tweaking, and then you can continue again. You know, beat the stage, try to do the auto, and you will see if you can do it auto or not. So there is a lot of stuff you have to pay attention to. Like, do I need to do assassinations? Do I need to do a lot of crowd control? Maybe I need more survivability. You know, who I want to kill first. So definitely use like your Zadok or maybe your Hedgeo, you know, like position-wise. Okay, I will play with this stage a little bit more later on and see if I can beat it. Hopefully I can beat it. So if you have any idea or like what you would like to see next, let me know down below in the comment section. Also, if you found this video helpful, leave a like, subscribe, stuff like that. I really appreciate it. It really helps. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!